What if I told you that the secret to feeling young, strong, and vibrant at any age isn't locked away in a bottle of pills, a doctor's office, or a fancy gym? What if the real secret is hidden in the small, almost invisible choices you make every single day? Welcome to Elderly Zone, the place where we celebrate the art of aging with energy, wisdom, and joy. People are always shocked when they hear my story. I'm well into my 90s and I still drive, travel, and live life on my own terms. But the real surprise? I haven't had a cold, flu, or even a sniffle in over 30 years. No, I'm not a genetic marvel. I'm not even especially lucky or too bright. I'm just someone who decided decades ago to take charge of my health, one simple habit at a time. Today I'm going to share with you the 5 daily rituals that have kept me strong, sharp, and smiling for decades. These aren't just health tips, they're life upgrades, and as you follow me to the end, they will surely be of tremendous help to you. And the best part? You don't need to be a fitness guru, a nutritionist, or a millionaire to start. All you need is a willingness to try something new and a belief that your best years are still ahead of you. So if you're ready to feel younger, no matter your age, grab a cup of tea or coffee, get comfortable, and let's dive into the 5 surprising habits that have kept me energized and illness-free for over 3 decades. Trust me, you'll want to take notes on this one. Habit 1, the morning wake-up whisper, how I start my day with energy and balance. Let's start at the very beginning, literally the moment I wake up. Most people, especially as we get older, tend to wake up feeling stiff, groggy, and maybe even a little anxious about the day ahead. The alarm goes off, and before you know it, you're rushing to the bathroom, checking your phone, and diving headfirst into the stress of the day. Does this sound familiar? Of course I know I am not alone. But here's what I do differently, and it's made all the difference in the world to my health and wellness. Before my feet even touch the floor, I take a moment to connect with my body. I call it the morning wake-up whisper. It's not exercise, it's not stretching, and it's definitely not about breaking a sweat. It's about sending a gentle, loving signal to every part of my body saying, we're alive, let's move. Here's how it works. As soon as I wake up, I lie on my back and take 3 deep, slow breaths. I focus on the feeling of the air filling my lungs, the rise and fall of my chest, and the gentle rhythm of my heartbeat. Then I stretch my fingers wide, wiggle my toes, and slowly rotate my ankles and wrists. I might gently roll my head from side to side or softly shrug my shoulders. The whole ritual takes less than 2 minutes, but it's a game changer. Why does this matter? Well, as we age, our bodies become less efficient at circulating blood, especially after a night of stillness. Our joints can feel stiff, our muscles tight, and our minds a little foggy. By taking just 90 seconds to gently wake up every part of my body, I'm boosting circulation, sending oxygen to my brain, and priming my nervous system for the day ahead. But don't just take my word for it. Research from the National Institute on Aging shows that older adults who engage in gentle morning mobility movements report higher levels of energy, better balance, and improved mental clarity throughout the day. It's not about intensity, it's about consistency. The Mayo Clinic has also published studies showing that regular, low-intensity morning movement can reduce inflammation, support joint health, and even help regulate blood pressure. And from my experience since I began this routine, these all seem to be true. I used to skip this step. In my 60s, I'd wake up stiff and stumble to the bathroom, sometimes tripping over my own slippers because my feet hadn't woken up yet. It wasn't until I started this simple ritual that I noticed a huge difference. My joints felt looser, my mind clearer, and my mornings became something I looked forward to instead of something I dreaded. The beauty of the morning wake-up whisper is that you don't need any special equipment, fancy clothes, or even to get out of bed. All you need is a willingness to start your day with intention and kindness toward your body. It's a small act, but it sets the tone for everything that follows. So, tomorrow morning, before you reach for your phone or rush out of bed, try this. Take 3 deep breaths, wiggle your fingers and toes, and gently move your joints. Say good morning to your body and notice how it responds. You might be surprised at how much better you feel, physically, mentally, and emotionally, and you will thank me for it. And if you're finding this helpful so far, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and join the Elderly Zone family. Also, like the video and share with loved ones. Kindly share your own morning rituals in the comments. I love hearing your stories and learning from your experiences too. Now let's move on. Remember, aging doesn't happen all at once. It happens in small moments, like the first 2 minutes of your day, and it's in those moments that you have the power to begin again, every single morning. This brings us to my second habit. Habit 2, the Golden Morning Elixir, my simple, powerful immune booster. After my morning movement, I head to the kitchen for what I call my Golden Morning Elixir. Now I know what you're thinking. Here comes the expensive supplement or the latest internet superfood. But you'd be wrong. My secret is as simple as it is powerful. A warm glass of water with fresh lemon, a dash of turmeric, and a pinch of black pepper. Let me tell you why this humble drink has been my daily companion for over 30 years. First, let's talk about lemon. Fresh lemon juice is packed with vitamin C, one of the most potent antioxidants out there. Vitamin C supports your immune system by boosting the production of white blood cells, the body's first line of defense against illness. According to the Linus Pauling Institute at Oregon State University, vitamin C doesn't just help prevent illness. It can also shorten the duration of colds and other infections, especially in older adults. But that's not all. Lemon juice also kickstarts bile production in the liver, which is essential for healthy digestion and detoxification. As we age, our stomach acid levels tend to drop, leading to slower digestion and a higher risk of bloating and discomfort. Lemon helps restore that balance, making it easier for your body to process food and absorb nutrients. Next comes turmeric, nature's most powerful anti-inflammatory root. Turmeric contains a compound called curcumin, which has been shown in hundreds of peer-reviewed studies to lower inflammation throughout the body. Chronic inflammation is at the root of many age-related diseases, from arthritis to heart disease to cognitive decline. A study published in Frontiers in Pharmacology found that curcumin supplementation improved immune function and reduced oxidative stress in aging adults. But here's the trick. Turmeric on its own isn't easily absorbed by the body. That's where black pepper comes in. Black pepper contains a compound called piperine, which increases curcumin absorption by up to 2,000%. Without it, most of the turmeric you consume never makes it into your bloodstream. Together, these three ingredients form what I call my golden glass, a simple, affordable, and incredibly effective way to start the day. Making the elixir is easy. I heat a cup of clean drinking water until it's warm, but not boiling. I squeeze in half a lemon, add a quarter teaspoon of turmeric, and a pinch of black pepper. I stir it well, sip it slowly, and let it work its magic. It takes less than 5 minutes, but the benefits last all day. When I first started this habit, I was plagued by sinus infections, achy joints, and sluggish digestion. Within 2 weeks, I noticed a dramatic improvement. My digestion was smoother, my joints felt looser, and I had more energy throughout the day. Over time, I realized I wasn't getting sick anymore. Not even when everyone around me was coming down with colds and flu. This golden elixir isn't just a drink. It's a daily declaration of self-care. It's a way of telling my body, I'm on your side. I'm giving you what you need to thrive. And you don't need to spend a fortune or follow a complicated protocol. All you need is a lemon, some turmeric, and a little black pepper, and you have your own golden elixir too. So, tomorrow morning, before you reach for your coffee or breakfast, try making yourself a golden glass. Sip it slowly, and as you do, remind yourself that you're choosing health, not by chance, but by choice. And if you're enjoying these tips, don't forget to like this video and share it with a friend who could use a little inspiration. The Elderly Zone community is all about supporting each other on the journey to vibrant, joyful aging. Remember, it's the small, consistent habits that make the biggest difference. Your body is listening to every choice you make, so make it count. Habit 3, the healing walk. Why walking is my daily medicine. Let's talk about movement, not the kind that leaves you breathless and sore, but the kind that heals, restores, and energizes you from the inside out. For me, that's a daily walk, just 15 minutes every single day, rain or shine and come what may. Now, I know what you might be thinking. Walking? That's it? But let me tell you, walking is one of the most underrated forms of exercise, especially as we age. It's not just about burning calories or getting your steps in. It's about reconnecting with your body, clearing your mind, and giving yourself a daily dose of medicine. No prescription required. When I was younger, I thought I had to jog, lift weights, or push myself to the limit to stay healthy. But as I got older, I realized that what my body really needed was gentle, consistent movement. Walking became my sanctuary, a time to breathe deeply, enjoy the world around me, and let my thoughts wander. Here's how I make the most of my daily walk. First, I leave my phone at home. No distractions, no music, no podcasts, just me, my breath, and the rhythm of my steps. I start slow, focusing on my posture and the feeling of my feet connecting with the ground. I take long, deep breaths, 4 seconds in, 6 seconds out, and let my arms swing gently at my sides. And here's a little secret. I always smile as I walk, not because I'm always happy, but because the act of smiling actually makes me feel happier. Research shows that smiling, even when you don't feel like it, activates the vagus nerve, a powerful part of the nervous system that regulates inflammation, heart rate, and even digestion. A study in psychosomatic medicine found that smiling during movement amplifies the anti-stress effects of physical activity. But the benefits of walking go far beyond mood. A study in the British Journal of Sports Medicine found that just 20 minutes of walking can reduce levels of C-reactive protein, a marker of inflammation, in older adults. Another study from Stanford University showed that walking boosts creativity and mental clarity more than any seated activity. For me, walking isn't just exercise, it's medicine. On days when I skip my walk, I feel stiff, foggy, and out of sorts. But when I make time for it, even if it's just a stroll around the block, I feel like I've hit the reset button on my body and mind. The best part? Walking is accessible to almost everyone. You don't need fancy gear, perfect weather, or even a lot of energy. Walking gives you energy. Your body was built to move, and every step is a reminder that you still can. So if you've been feeling stuck, tired, or unmotivated, don't wait for the perfect moment. Put on your shoes, open the door, and tell your body, let's begin again. Motion is life, and every step you take is a step toward better health. Remember, it's not about how far or how fast you go. It's about showing up for yourself every single day. Walking is the foundation of my health, and it can be yours too. And if you're enjoying these insights, make sure to subscribe to Elderly Zone and join our community of vibrant, active seniors. Share your favorite walking routes or tips in the comments. I'd love to hear from you. Habit 4, the power breakfast, fueling my body and brain for the day ahead. Let's talk about food, specifically breakfast. For years, I made the same mistake as so many others. I'd start my day with toast, cereal, or maybe just a cup of coffee. I thought I was eating healthy, but by mid-morning, I'd crash. My energy would dip, my mind would get foggy, and I'd find myself reaching for snacks just to get through the day. Everything changed when I discovered the power of a protein-rich breakfast. As we age, our bodies become less efficient at absorbing and using protein. That means we actually need more protein, not less, to maintain muscle, memory, immunity, and healing. My doctor explained to me in one of my sessions with him that after 60, protein is the key to staying strong, sharp, and resilient. So, I completely overhauled my breakfast routine. Instead of empty carbs, I started my day with what I call the power breakfast. It's simple, delicious, and incredibly effective. One boiled egg, a cup of Greek yogurt, a handful of walnuts, and a few blueberries. Altogether, that's over 25 grams of high-quality protein, plus healthy fats, antioxidants, and brain-boosting nutrients. Let's break down this powerful combo. Eggs are a perfect protein, containing all 9 essential amino acids your body needs to build and repair tissue. Greek yogurt adds even more protein, plus calcium and probiotics for gut health. Walnuts are packed with omega-3 fatty acids, which fight inflammation and support brain function. And blueberries. They're the antioxidant glue that pulls it all together, protecting your cells from damage and keeping your mind sharp. The science is clear. A study in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition found that older adults who consume 25 to 30 grams of protein per meal have better muscle mass, fewer hospitalizations, and even longer lifespans. Another study from Tufts University showed that seniors with higher protein intake had stronger immune responses to illness and vaccines. But the benefits go beyond physical health. Since switching to a protein-rich breakfast, my blood sugar has stabilized, my energy lasts all morning, and my mind feels sharper than ever. I no longer crash at 11 a.m. or feel the need to snack constantly to satisfy cravings, and I'm steady, focused, and ready for whatever the day brings. And here's the best part. You don't have to eat the same thing every day. Some mornings I'll have cottage cheese with flax seeds, a small piece of grilled chicken on sprouted toast, or even a lentil scramble if I'm feeling adventurous. The key is to never skip protein, especially at breakfast, since that's the moment your body decides how it's going to perform for the rest of the day. So tomorrow morning, ask yourself, am I fueling my body or just filling it? Choose foods that nourish, strengthen, and energize you. Your body doesn't care how old you are. It cares how you feed it today. If you're finding these tips helpful, don't forget to like this video and share it with a friend who could use a breakfast upgrade. And if you have a favorite protein-rich breakfast, share it in the comments. I'm always looking for new ideas. Remember, breakfast isn't just a meal. It's a message to your body. I'm ready for the day. So make it count. Habit 5, the mindset reset. Training my brain for calm, focus, and resilience. Now, let's talk about something most doctors never mention, your mindset. Over the years, I've learned that your mind gets sick before your body does. If you want to stay young, truly young, you have to start with your thoughts. Every morning, before I speak to anyone, before I check the news or weather, I take 3 minutes to tune my mind. I sit quietly, close my eyes, and picture the kind of day I want to have. I don't focus on the traffic, the errands, or the bills. I focus on how I want to feel: calm, strong, steady, and useful. I imagine myself moving through the day in that state, confident behind the wheel, clear in conversation, at peace with whatever happens. A day without disturbance and chaos. After all, we do not need that as we age. This isn't meditation or therapy. It's mental rehearsal, and it's incredibly powerful. Neuroscience shows that your brain doesn't know the difference between something you imagine vividly and something that actually happens. Dr. Joe Dispenza and researchers at Harvard have shown in MRI scans that when people vividly imagine doing an activity, the same areas of the brain fire as if they were doing it in real life. Over time, this rewires your nervous system, training your body to be calm, focused, and sharp before you even leave the house, and especially irrespective of external stimuli. Why does this matter? Because chronic stress is the #1 immune killer, not germs, not genetics. Stress raises cortisol, which damages brain cells, weakens immunity, and even strips muscle. And as we age, we carry stress differently. It shows up as confusion, fatigue, memory loss, tension, and illness that seems to come out of nowhere. But when you take 3 minutes each morning to tune your mind, everything shifts. Years ago, I had a friend, same age, same health background, but he was always stressed. News, politics, money. He lived in a constant state of fight or flight. One day he collapsed from a heart issue with no warning. He recovered, but things were never the same. He asked me, "How come you're never rattled? Don't you ever worry?" And I told him, "Worry is a thief." Every morning I lock the door to it. When you train your mind to be still, your body follows. Your blood pressure lowers, your immune cells activate, your memory sharpens, and you even digest food better. A 2016 study from the University of Wisconsin-Madison found that just 5 minutes of daily mental rehearsal significantly reduced anxiety, improved focus, and boosted immune response in adults over 65. And the results lasted for weeks. So tomorrow morning, before you do anything else, take 3 minutes to picture the day you want. Picture strength, picture joy, picture yourself moving through the world with confidence and ease. Over time, you'll notice something amazing. It becomes real to you. If you're enjoying these insights, don't forget to subscribe to Elderly Zone and join our community of resilient, positive seniors. Share your own mindset rituals in the comments. I'd love to hear how you start your day. Remember, your thoughts shape your hormones, and your hormones shape your health. You don't need to be a monk or a guru. Just sit, breathe, and imagine the best version of yourself, and your body will thank you for it. So your journey starts now? I believe you have gained some new insights from this video. Now, which of these habits will you try first? Let me know in the comments. And if you want more tips for living your best life at any age, make sure to like, subscribe, and share this video with a friend who needs a little inspiration today. Remember, it's not about luck or genetics. It's about small, consistent choices made every day with intention. You don't have to be 90 to start. You just have to start now. Your best years are waiting. Let's make them count together here on Elderly Zone.